Normally I don't videotape when I first get up. I like to do my stretching, which is really, really very important. One of the most important exercise means of exercise, because when you're stretching, you're combining your mind and your body and your spirit. It's like a meditative experience. So when I get up every morning after I wash up and do my thing, before I do any work, before I think about doing anything, I do my stretching. So we're going to show you some basic stretching exercises that you could do. And once you start practicing this, and it's all about listening to yourself, which is a really major thing in your life to begin with, is to always listen to how you're feeling and be guided by your true, honest feelings. So this is what you're doing in your stretching and your exercise. So let's go. So first I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to do some stretches, like swinging your arms back and forth like this is really very, very powerful, because you're loosening up your tension and the stress that settles in your body, your neck and your shoulders. So when you start the day like this, stretching like this, it's really great. Loosens up, and then you can open and close your hands as you're doing it, and reach up to the sky. And as you're reaching up, you can feel it tighten the buttocks like this. So, yeah, and you can feel it in here. Up and around, like this. Oh yeah, great. Oh, that's so great. Now, before we sit down and I show you some exercise sitting down and lying down, I want to show you some basic stretching exercises, which I do. I call it the baseball, the golf, and tennis stretches, okay? So let's see what we do. Let's start with the baseball stretch, okay? So you pretend that you're up at home plate, okay? It's a big crowd and excitement and everything. All right, forget all that. You're up at home plate and you're stretching, okay? So let's go. Look at the ball, you bend your knees a little, step into it, and there you go. There's a stretch. And try it again. Okay. So you can do repetitions, as many as you want. I do like lucky numbers like 31, so I do like 31. Okay, but you can start out small and then build up as time goes on. So first I'm doing righty. Okay, I'm righty. So I'm doing like this and like this, and I do so many righty. Okay, then I do lefty. Even though I'm not a left-handed hitter, I can do lefty. Okay, so I do some of these. Okay, now what's so great about this is watch what happens as I'm doing this stretch. Okay, I'm feeling it all in here, and I'm going around like this. So here's the stretch all around in here. It's a great stretch. So okay, so that's your baseball stretch. Now we're going to do a golf. Now, I don't play golf, as you'll probably have come to that conclusion when you're watching me that I don't play golf very much, maybe a couple times in my life. Okay, so here's on the right side now. So here's your start here, come up here, and look at the. So here, before we were doing with the baseball, we were exercising this whole part of the body, but the golf, we're going up higher now. So with golf, we're going, like that. So starting here and going up like that. You can bend the knees too if you like. If you can't, you can't. Remember, one thing about stretching is you only do what you can do. That's why listening to yourself is so important, because you never, ever force anything. And this is how you come to know what your limits or no limits. You don't want to, throw anything out or stretch the wrong way and pay the price the rest of the day or for a few days. So okay, so I'm doing the right side golf, okay, and I do about 31 of all these, but you can do 5, you can do 6, you can do whatever works for you. Listen to yourself. The body will tell you what you need to do. Okay, so let's go the other side. Oh yeah. And sometimes I go sometimes I go around too, like I go like this a couple of times, like this. So as I'm in the swing of it, or just regular golf, like this. Okay. Feels good. And you can, you know, you can crunch your toes like as you're doing things. Very easy. Again, just listen to yourself. Open your hands, close your hands. You got, you know. So here's a, you know, you've seen this before. You're doing the circle exercises this way, and opening and closing your hands as you're doing it. Great, great. Especially for the older folks who maybe have arthritis in your hands, like a little arthritis, you know. But then you go the other way, right? Open and close your hands like that. Okay. So after the baseball and the golf, now we have the tennis, backhand tennis stretch. My wife is rolling her eyes. She can't believe I'm doing all these. But anyway.
6 minutes.
Okay. So here is your backhand tennis stretch. So you go like that, like you're hitting a with force. Again, listen to yourself. Don't go with a lot of force, and always make sure you have enough room. Like you're not gonna bang into anything. Okay. So make sure you know your environment. Very, very important. So here's like that, and then here's the other side. The left. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Okay. So that's your backhand tennis, lefty and righty. Okay, great. And then, you know, it's a feeling also, when you have this, when you do this stretching, it's a feeling of freedom and confidence, okay? And it's a great way to start your day, really.